Hey guys, here's another setup special for you. It's about a spinnerbait. This is my signature series, Spinnerbait by Z-Man, Sling Blades. Really a spinnerbait I throw all the time now, and a spinnerbait's kind of a forgotten bait, but it still catches a lot of fish, whether it's early in the spring, shad spawn in the fall when they're starting to feed on shad again. But spinnerbait is still something that a lot of guys use on tour that it seems like it's forgotten about in a lot of places. And this rod here is a G Loomis 813 SBR. It's a spinnerbait rod, so it's a shorter rod. It's a 6'9". I personally don't like really long rods. We see a lot of guys going to these 7.5, 7'11" rods. I'm not a big fan of them. I think it hinders your casting ability a lot. You can be so much more accurate with a shorter rod. This rod in that 6'9" allows me to roll cast still, but it's still enough rod there that I can cast overhand down the bank and use the spinnerbait very effectively like that. Have enough rod to hook them. This rod here is great around largemouth fishing anytime. The only time I stray from this rod with a spinnerbait is in open water, like I'm throwing a big 3/4 for smallmouth or a 1 ounce when I'm just bombing a spinnerbait as far as I can, burning it back. I want a little bit longer rod, something I can pull a little bit more of that stretch out of the line and load up on those fish a little bit quicker. But 90% of my spinnerbait fishing is on that 813 SBR G Loomis. Again, is kind of repetitive, but 15-pound of Brazex by Seaguar. That's the line I use on a spinnerbait most of the time. We get around bushes, heavy cover, I'll go to 17 or 20. I really never throw a full-size spinnerbait on less than 15, and I'll throw it up to 20 depending on how much cover there is. A 6'2" to 1 reel, which I see a lot of guys using reels that are 7'2" to 7'4", faster reels for a spinnerbait. A spinnerbait's a bait that's really easy to overwork. I feel a lot more comfortable with a slower speed reel alongside of a crankbait. You know, the spinnerbait's the same way. It's really easy to overwork the bait on a faster reel, where that 6'2" keeps me working the bait a little bit slower. It's still plenty fast enough to burn the bait if I want to, but when you get going too quick on the trolling motor, you don't realize it, but you're really overworking a bait with a faster reel. That Corrado K is the reel I use all the time. It's a full frame size reel, so holds a lot of line. Longer cast with a full frame reel like that. Longer cast, it keeps your inches per turn, your ratio, the same because the spool doesn't get as low. A narrower spool is going to get lower, so essentially your gear ratio slows down the amount of inches per turn that you're using. So I like to use that 200 size frame, the big full frame reel for that spinnerbait, and that is my setup for a spinnerbait, and hopefully we catch a lot of fish on it.